Recorded.
ಹೂಮಾ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ.
All right. Jayashree, you're on mute.
ಅಮ್ಮ ನೀವು ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ನಾವೇ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾ?
Big picture.
Okay, okay.
ಏನಪ್ಪ ಏನ್ Jayashree?
11 to 1 I am free every day for
Okay,
any
great.
practice.
We will do that.
11 to 1.
Sari. Okay, let us start with the prayer. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasisthaya Namo Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. So welcome to Dharma Kshetra Bhagavad Gita Study Circle. We have completed to whatever extent possible, we have completed Adhyayana of the chapter 1 and 2 of the Gita. Now we launch into chapter 3. Chapter 3 is titled Karma Yoga. So what else is there left for Krishna to tell? That's the question, because he has said everything in the first chapter. He has said about Jnana, he has covered Karma, he has covered Dharma, then he has covered the Lakshanas of the Sthita Prajna. Everything he has covered. And still here we are trying to understand, because like Arjuna, we also have a lot of questions still. Everything is not very clear. So we have chapter 3, Karma Yoga. So to begin with, we will start the session with a story by Megha. Megha, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you.
Can you put on the video, if possible?
Tansen and Swami Haridas.
Uh-huh.
Tansen Ramtanu Pandey was a great musician in the court of King Ramachandra of Riva state. Once Emperor Akbar visited Riva, where Tansen entertained him as instructed by King Ramachandra. Greatly impressed by Tansen, Akbar requested King Ramachandra to send Tansen to his court. King Ramachandra reluctantly sent Tansen to Akbar, as he couldn't afford to displease the powerful emperor. Akbar was so pleased by Tansen that he was included among the Navaratnas, the 9 most outstanding talents of the court. Besides performing in the court, Tansen would often sing alone for the emperor. Once King Akbar asked Tansen as to who sings better than him. King Akbar questions Tansen Tansen describes his guru Haridas to be the one. King Akbar questions Tansen if he is the best. What can his guru be described as? To which can be described as pure. Akbar likes to invite Guru Haridas to the court. But Tansen explains that his guru just sings at the court of Radha Krishna. In order to hear him, King Akbar would have to forget his kingship. Akbar then questions Birbal why these Haridas, Surdas, and Tulsidas don't wish to come to his court. Birbal explains the king that these Haridas, Surdas, and Tulsidas are not afraid of him, nor do they desire any name, possession, or position. No, so he couldn't rule over them. Tansen and Akbar then arrived to Haridas's place to meet him, but only after 3 days Haridas starts to sing with Tansen. Akbar, on hearing Haridas singing, gets tears in his eyes, expressing the depth of his love for music. Akbar touches Haridas's feet and appreciates him. On returning to the palace, Akbar tells Tulsidas Tansen that he is the best, but he still is not Swami Haridas. Akbar says he cannot figure out why is this different. Tansen explains that it is not related to singing, but it is related to the depth of feelings. The big difference is that he sings for the king, but his guru sings for his worshipful Lord and not to gain praise. His guru is not concerned about the audience or the crowd or the society. He sings everything for Radha and Krishna. He fears neither evaluation nor failure. He sings with deep feelings and without any fear. Akbar then questions Tansen as to what is he afraid of. Tansen replies that he is afraid of losing what he has attained, of falling from where he is. But his guru is free of all such desires, and he does every action considering it as an action meant for God. Tansen explains that his guru has reached a stage where a person and his actions become one, and that is why his guru is superior to him. An action dedicated to the supreme, which is performed selflessly and without ego, is called karma yoga. Thank you, ma'am.
Super story. So beautiful. What do you say, people? How was the story about Karma Yoga? What do you want to say, everyone?
Very, very, very beautifully uttered, Megha.
Excellent
So
story.
appropriate. Yes, Nirmala.
Yes, excellent. Wonderful.
Who should we thank, Megha or Megha's mom, for finding the story for us? Both.
Megha.
Both.
Both. It's not very easy to say so many things. No?
Very beautiful, Megha.
Yeah.
Bless you, child.
Thank you for telling the story, Megha. Thank you for prompting her mother.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for
Thank you,
launching
Megha.
yoga.
Very well done.
Thank
See,
you
she
very
has
much.
class at 7:30, yet she sits here, she gets ready, and she makes time to tell us stories. So wonderful. Beautiful child, Megha.
Thank you, Megha.
Yeah, thank you so much. So what we'll do now, yeah, she's given us the foundation of Karma Yoga. This is the only thing Krishna tells in the entire chapter 3. However, we'll go through it a bit more in detail. Okay. So we promised ourselves we'll start with, let's go with the introduction, right? Why did we have to go to chapter 2 in the first place? What was the need? Chapter 3, about entire chapter on Karma Yoga. Even chapter 3 has about like 45 plus verses after everything had been said and done about Karma Yoga in chapter 2. Again, there is a Dvandva in Krishna, in Arjuna. Can anyone share why what Dvandva this Arjuna had when he asked Krishna a very critical question, and which launched the chapter 3? Anyone has an idea? Please share. Otherwise, we'll quickly go through it.
Arjuna actually has the question as to, when Krishna thinks path of knowledge, Jnana Yoga, to be superior than Karma Yoga, then why is he advising him to follow the path of action, Karma Yoga?
Correct. Yes, that's the conflict that Arjuna has. Because in chapter 2, very clearly, one of the last shlokas, Krishna says, Durena hi avaram karma. Buddhi yoga is the best, he said. Buddhi yoga means jnana is better than karma, and karma is very, Durena hi avaram. It is very, very low compared, karma yoga is very low compared to jnana yoga. That was what Krishna clearly said after the entire teaching of jnana, karma yoga, dharma and everything. He said that at the end and he left it. So now Arjuna is confused. Are you told me so clearly while closing chapter 2 that karma is very, very low in the scale compared to jnana. And you have given me jnana also. All I have to do is realize that I am that Tattvamasi and I have to sit. Why are you pushing me into this impossible, terrible battle? Karma. The two, okay, even if you want me to do karma, let me do some sattvic karma. No, like I'll do some japa, I'll do some puja, I'll go to some forest, I will sit as a sannyasi and I will meditate. That karma at least you should recommend. Instead, you are recommending this terrible battle for me. It's not fair. Ghoravada papavan madak nan helta idya. He says, this terrible battle you are asking me to wage. Why? That is the question that Arjuna has. What is the answer? I'm sure all of us here are quite, it's clear in, kind of clear why we should do karma, most of us, right? Can anyone pitch in?
Only if you do karma,
Oh.
you will get an efficiency, then you can stop. You don't do karma at all and then you say, I become efficient and I will leave the karma. How is that possible?
Efficient in what?
In doing the karma to the extent that, I'll tell you an example, then only you'll understand. It is, I'm learning car driving.
Okay.
First, I learned to balance myself with the brake and the accelerator and all that stuff.
Fine.
Then I become proficient to the extent that now, even when people are talking, when I'm looking around, still it will become an involuntary action.
Right.
So I'll become so efficient that no longer that I have to totally concentrate and do things. If you become so efficient, it is as good as not doing. How is she driving the car without concentrating at all? She's just talking with me. She's just looking around. She's doing everything. but still she's able to drive. How is that? It has become no karma at all. No, she's not doing like that.
Yeah, but how are you tying karma and jnana here? This is for a skill. Yeah, I agree. Your example is perfect.
Wait. Okay. As you become efficient, then everything will fall off. Once you become very efficient and very skilled, then the next stage is you are going to become without any karma. We will become a, how to explain? Okay.
Spontaneously, you are acting. Involuntarily, it happens.
It is involuntary, happens, and you will be aware
Okay.
of so many things without any too much attention.
Correct. But why should I do any karma? For jnana, I can straight away go, like Arjuna said, I'll do sit and do tapas, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. That's
You
that's
cannot
not
do that. You cannot do that. Your mind will be going haywire.
okay.
Unless until you get into line, you cannot concentrate. Try sit. And Ramana Bhagwan, somebody came and told, can I do tapas? Can I do japa? Can I do? Okay, sit and see. Where? That is when I sit only, I'll get all thoughts, all 4 years ago thoughts and all will come when I sit.
Okay.
I will not be able to concentrate.
Yes.
So only as you go on training your mind, then you will become proficient. When you become proficient, believe it or not, one fine day, everything will fall off.
Okay. Valid. Deepa was also saying something. Correct, Nirmala? Well said. Deepa, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, ma'am. Jnana Yoga is difficult to follow, ma'am, because very few people also get to that point, even if they try to follow it. Whereas Karma Yoga may be a little easier for us. And we actually kind of break the bondages by making use of all the bondages in path of knowledge, action. And it's also a kind of giving up. Only it is done slowly and gradually by knowing things, enjoying things, then obtaining experience and knowing the nature of things until the mind will let them all go.
Very good.
And becomes unattached.
Very nice.
So in Jnana Yoga, non-attachment is obtained by reasoning, whereas in Karma Yoga, it is through work and experience.
Okay.
So Jnana Yoga is actually refusal to do work, whereas Karma Yoga, there's no cessation from work.
Okay, all that is, yeah, I agree with all you, everything except that last bit you said, Jnana Yoga, you refuse to do work. I'm not sure that's the right definition. Let us go. We'll discover more about it. Jnana Yoga doesn't say don't work at all. You say do everything, but with awareness. That's all. We'll come to that later. So Chandra recently had been to Vipassana program, 3 days. I want to know from Chandra how it was, how it went, sitting silently, looking at thoughts, looking at the breath, all that. Did it work, Chandra?
Yes, ma, it was very amazing experience actually. Without phone, no. Without phone, I was very happy actually.
Okay.
Otherwise, every 5 minutes we'll watch what has happened, which messages come, and we try to reply. There, no, it is first of all, we'll come to know that we'll not have the mobile with us, so that we previously we are prepared.
Prepared. Correct.
So actually, if you practice that, no, yeah, for 3 days if you go, of course we'll get such a lot of energy, and again coming back the same thing.
Okay.
But we have to practice that without mobile and whatever it is. We should not speak to anybody. We should maintain silence.
I wanted to specifically know whether it helped sitting silently.
Yeah.
Was it possible for you to sit silently for 3 days? That is what I wanted.
I keep going there always.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Because
it helped me a lot. That breathing and all, no? So we can concentrate. As, after going there, see, so many people, they have come without like, they come for practicing Vipassana. That they knew that some people are new, but I keep going there.
Very good.
I
No, the
purposely
point
go
I
there
want
to become silent.
So I just wanted to share my experience with Vipassana, which is some like 2003 I had been, that is so many years ago, 20 years ago. Then complete 10 days of Vipassana I had gone. 20 years ago, I was very young and I was not in this path, jnana, karma, or nothing. I had no idea. I just wanted to, I just wanted to make the mind silent. That was the only, intention. So I went, and since I had no grounding in jnana or any of these other things, it was a spiritual disaster. 10 days of wasted. Some peace you will get, of course, by not talking. Some energy you will get definitely because you are not expending energy for 10 days, which is fine. But without the proper understanding, if I do anything, it's not going to work. Isn't it? Whether it is karma or jnana. That is why in the Bhagavad Gita, the twin objectives are there. Brahma Vidya, Yoga Shastra, both are required, both are extremely necessary. Without understanding, I do any work, it is useless. Without understanding, without working, I go into jnana. What happens? Like Nirmala said, the mind will go haywire. It is full of impurities. So where it is like a sieve. Whatever is put inside, it goes down also. Nothing is retained because the mind is scattered in hundreds of directions, isn't it? That is why that there are twin requirements are there. You have the jnana, then you have the shastra also, how to make that thing retain within you. That is why Krishna gives both the teachings, jnana and karma. Therefore, here in this chapter, Krishna makes it very, very clear how to use that jnana with karma. Both of them have to be deployed equally, isn't it? It's like, that is, he clearly says in chapter 3 that jnana and karma are not mutually exclusive. You cannot choose just jnana or you cannot choose just karma. Both are important. It's like, if you want to fly to the US, how will I go? Will I take an airplane or shall I take a cab? Is that an option?
Both you require, you should take a cab to the airport or from there flight.
Yes, you have to take a cab to the airport, then you have to take the flight. There is no option. Similarly, Arjuna is asking Krishna, shall I take the cab or the airplane? It's like asking that. Why don't I just do dhyana and I'll realize jnana? He's asking that. So Krishna makes it very clear, no, Baba, you can't do such things. Both are equally necessary. You cannot leave one and just go with the other. Karma and jnana have to go parallelly. That is why our Guruji also says, first I have given you jnana. You understand everything now. Now you sit and work. First I give the technology. It's like anything, no? In class also, in a university also, you first learn the theory part of it. And then you go to the laboratory and do all the exercises and, you just actually see how it works. So that is the method here also. This is Vedanta is a very, 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 constructed, it has got a good pedagogy. This is how it goes. You have to learn the theory and then you have to practice. So that's what Karma Yoga chapter 3 is all about. So the preparation of the mind is very necessary. Chitta Shuddhi, we have learned, Sadhana Chatushtaya. There are 4 Sadhana Chatushtayas recommended by Vedanta, and Shankaracharya has elaborated on the Sadhana Chatushtaya in Tattva Bodha. Can anyone share the Sadhana Chatushtaya points here? Recall. I'm sure all of us know it. So one of you please. Yes, Sumati. Yes, carry on, please.
Hi.
Hi.
Viveka, Vairagya, Shat Sampatti, Mumukshutvam.
Yes.
And Shat Sampatti is Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana.
Yes. It's a con job. They say Chatushtaya, and actually there are 6 + 3, 9. 9 requirements are there for the qualifications to go into this Jnana Marga, isn't it? So these 9 requirements are met, and especially the Shet Sampattis are met through Karma Yoga, right? And we don't have to go looking for Karma Yoga elsewhere. Right here and now, wherever you are, in the kitchen, in the living room, everywhere is Karma Yoga is happening, right? So let us go to anything else people want to add, or we will go to the shloka directly.
1 minute. As
Okay.
you said, because I was prepared, so I knew that I have to be like this only without mobile. So by mistake, I took my friend. She was restless. She was talking about her grandchild. Ayo magu kimmittu enaitu adaitu. That's what was grumbling on this.
Yes.
So that is what you told us both is required. We have
Correct.
to be prepared before.
Yes.
Then we should practice. Yeah.
Correct. Exactly. That was the point. Yes. So we shall chant the 3.3 shloka with this background. Okay. Chapter 3, shloka number 3. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya nagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
Lokesmin dvida nishta pura prokta maya nagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
लोकेस्मिन् विविधा निष्ठा पुरा प्रोक्ता मया नघा ज्ञानयोगेन साङ्ख्यानां कर्मयोगेन योगिनाम्.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya naga jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya nagha gnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya naga jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya nagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
Shri Bhagavana Uvacha Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya nagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
Anu, Sumati, Pragati.
Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya naga jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
Lokesmin dvividha nishtha pura prokta maya nagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
Lokesmin dvividha nishta pura prokta maya nagha jnana yogena sankhyanam karma yogena yoginam.
Very good. I think all of us are done. So it's a beautiful shloka where, again, this is the kind of PTK. I mean, he's just giving the, he's giving us a clue of what is the next. He says, "O sinless one, Anagha." Anagha means a sinless one who has no papas in his account. So Arjuna is Anagha. All of us are Anaghas because we are here in this class. O sinless one, the two paths leading to enlightenment were previously explained by me. Pura prokta, previously explained by me. When? The 2 paths leading to enlightenment were previously explained. He doesn't mean in chapter 2. He means long ago, I have told you in the Upanishads, I have told the world. Okay. Again, Krishna is reiterating that, the body has changed, but I have always been there. I am an avatara, he's saying. So the 2 paths leading to enlightenment were previously explained by me, Pura Prokta Maya, by me. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, the path of knowledge for those who are inclined towards contemplation. Karma Yogena Yogina,
कितना रुपया
for those inclined towards action.
मैसूर को
Ramamani
बहुत
ji
महंगा
doing some.
बहुत महंगा हो गया
No, who's that? Kaushalya.
इतना पैसा जो
All right. So, yeah, there are 2 paths to, Krishna is clearly saying there are 2 paths depending on the inclination of the sadhak. Some are inclined towards jnana, some are inclined towards yoga, that is work. So Sankhya is a very technical term for jnana, Sankhya, which is also means jnana, same word for jnana, and yoga, it is work. See, it's like they are not mutually exclusive, but it's like the quality of milk. You have different qualities of milk. You get Nandini milk, blue, brown, toned, green, all that. They have different qualities. In some the cream is more, in some the cream is less, but still they're all milk. Like that, if you dilute the milk, if the water is more, it is one quality of milk. If the milk is more, like that, both are required. But for some, the quality of jnana is more. They are called as Sankhyas. And for some, the quality, their tendency to work is more. They are called Karma Yogis. But they will be in jnana also. That is the main thing here. That is the distinction between Jnani, Sankhya and Karma Yoga. Not that they don't do the other thing. Okay, now let us hear from the everyone about this shloka. Now that we know the meaning, Padmaja, you want to share? 3.3.
Okay.
Dvidhanishta.
So Krishna has earlier described Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Okay, Arjuna is thinking that Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga are 2 different paths in 2 different directions. So he wants to know which one is better. Should I take this direction or should I take that direction? Okay, so here actually we should see that yoga as a ladder to reach our supreme, to reach the supreme. It's not that, there are 2 different directions. It's the same direction, it's a ladder where we are going, opting different paths. So the first step is Karma Yoga, which is like doing our personal duties, whatever is prescribed duties. Okay, and the second step is the Jnana Yoga. So for Jnana Yoga, the most important prerequisite is the purification of heart. The person should be completely purified to reach Jnana Yoga. That stage can be reached when a person is practicing Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga or Nishkama Karma Yoga means person is working and is not attached to any fruit. He offers the fruit to Supreme. So when the person is purified, automatically the Jnana is revealed. And in this way, a person progresses from Karma Yoga to Jnana Yoga. So hence, Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga are not in different directions. But they are in the same directions in 2 different stages. That's what we can say. So in Jnana Yoga or Sankhya Yoga, the person is completely dependent on his own endeavor. He does things, he understands things with his own experiments, with their experimental knowledge. I will work hard and figure out on my own. Okay, that is how the Jnana Yoga works, the Sankhya Yoga or the Jnana Yoga. However, in the Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, they are very, Buddhi Yogis and Bhakti Yogis are very, very intelligent. They are completely dependent on Supreme or Krishna. I will not do anything. You, Krishna, you are the doer. I will endeavor, I will try, I will do. However, it's not based on my strength, but it's based on Krishna's mercy or the Supreme's mercy. So that's one aspect of it. So if you look at the success aspect of it, will Jnana Yogis attain success or not? First, Jnana yogis have to attain purification of heart, then the knowledge is revealed. Even then, it is not sure if they can attain the highest supreme's mercy. However, in the Buddhi or Bhakti Yoga, working by principles of Krishna consciousness, one can be relieved from the bonds of action.
Okay.
So, this is about it.
Okay. Very nice.
Excellent. Excellent. The God is the director of the show.
Mm.
I am just playing the role. The
Mm.
role which he has given me.
Mm.
My role is a beggar's role.
I'll do it.
I do it.
I do it.
Unashamedly, I just do it.
Yes.
Go on the road and beg, you beg.
Mm.
Do the role properly. Don't behave like a king. Being a beggar, don't behave like a king.
Actually, you are the king, says Jnana. I'm a Jnana yogi. I root for Jnana. You know the story, no, Nirmala, of that beggar who thought he was a beggar, but actually he was a king. Yeah, I know where you're coming from. I was just joking. Who else?
What is the story?
The story is there was a little prince who got lost, and he was brought up in another town by very poor family, and he also grew up like begging on the streets. And then the king was always looking for the prince. Where is he karke. So one fine day they find this young man who's a replica of the father, but he's begging on the streets. So the soldiers go and tell him, "Arey, what are you doing here, prince? You should be in the palace. Your father is waiting for you." So the second he is told that he's a prince and he's not a beggar, his spine becomes straight, his stride becomes very royal, and he immediately drops his begging attire and his manner, and he walks like a prince. That is what Jnana tells us. You are not a mere human being. You're a spiritual being. You're having a human experience. That's all. You are not a pathetic, helpless person to the mercy of karma, fate, destiny, and your own gunas and whatnot. You think you're all that. You are not. You're actually the Tattvamasi. That's the message of the Gita. Isn't it?
Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi,
Ah.
Rajan.
Rajan only. You're Rajan. You're not a beggar. That is Jnana. When the Jnana dawns, it doesn't matter whether you're wearing what attire, whether you're in the Himalayas or whether you're in the kitchen, what not you're doing. You know, Tattvamasi. I am that. That is Jnana. Yeah. Yes.
Shall I read it out?
Yes, yes. Why read? Yeah, you explain.
Okay.
In your own words.
Arjuna is free from sin. So
Hmm.
he is fully qualified to receive the highest wisdom.
Yes.
When the
Correct.
cloth is clean, it can be dyed in any color.
Correct.
The Lord knew the purity of Arjuna's mind, and therefore he chose to teach him Brahma Vidya.
Correct.
Each individual, according to his ingrained disposition,
Yeah.
seeks the path which is congenial to his nature.
Hmm.
So some are born with an intellectual frame of mind, and the path for them is that of inquiring into the self. For these, the Lord taught the path of knowledge. Others are born with a practical temperament and they love action. For them, the Lord pointed out another path, that is Karma Yoga.
Right.
Each man is perfectly free to choose his own path. There is no compulsion. Any course of imposed discipline will go against nature and will not yield the desired result. There may be many roads leading to the same destination. There may be different routes to climb up a peak. Any route will ultimately take the people to the top of the mountain. So the Lord here declares that man may follow any path which is agreeable to his character and reach the goal. Though in the Gita, several yogas are stated, all of them can be brought under these two main divisions, Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. The
Correct.
Lord says that he taught the twofold path in times immemorial. So he is beyond time and place. He is Paramatma, appearing in the form of Sri Krishna and teaching the highest Om of humanity.
Correct. Correct. But here Krishna is saying, I don't want to fight. No. See, in this explanation, you said, according to your tendency, you choose your path. But
Yes.
here Arjuna is saying, I don't want to fight. I want to do only Jnana. But Krishna is saying, no, you go fight. So there is something beyond what your superficial likes and dislikes are. There's the methodology of doing things, isn't it? That's also another point here. Anybody else wants to share something? Okay, what are the means of karma? What are the kinds of karma we can do? What is karma? All sorts of action is karma, right? So now Krishna is saying there are two paths. One is a path of karma and one is a path of jnana. So what is this path of karma? Everything that I do is karma. Even though I can claim I'm a jnani, I'm sitting in the Himalayas and meditating, I'm still doing karma, right? All
Yes.
sorts of karma is happening all the time. Every little cell, atom in my body is doing karma. Involuntarily, karma is happening, isn't it? So forget the involuntary karmas. What about the voluntary karmas? Actually, in this verse, loke means the entire world. Loka is entire world. But here specifically in this verse, loke asmin, in this loka, dvividha nishta, there are two paths. That means for sadhakas. See, for XYZ, we cannot give this, Krishna is not telling this to anyone. He's telling only for sadhaks. Loka here means in the world of sadhakas, there are two paths, yoga and karma. So in karma also, what kind of karma should I do? Okay, even Arjuna is a warrior, fine, he's got. What about serial killer, for example? Is that karma kosher? Is it allowed? If you say, oh, Krishna Arpanavastu, and he goes on killing people, is that allowed? Not at all. There is in the framework of dharma, you have to do karma, right? So here, Prabhuji says, there are several ways you can do karma. Even if you're a jnani, you can do, you say, I want to do social service. Okay, you are doing service, social service, doing karma yogi. That is an yajna. It's a service, is a yajna. That is also happening. Kaya, through body you can do karma. Vacha, how do I do a karma for the Lord? Vacha, by japa, bhajana, japa, all that is vacha karma. Okay. Manasa, how do I do manasa karma? By meditation, dhyana, vipassana, all that is manasa karma. Kaya, vacha, manasa, buddhya. Through the intellect, what we are doing now is through the intellect. So karma, all these four are to be included. Kaya, vacha, manasa, buddhya. Cannot exclude any aspect, everything has to be integrated. Head, heart, and hands. No? Integration of head, heart, and hands. Kaya, vacha, manasa, buddhya. Karma has to be done every moment. And then Sankhya. Sankhya, of course, the path of negation of jnana, neti, neti, neti. However, there is, we know the path of jnana, of course. For this, a very beautiful story. We all know how Ganesha and Subramanya, they had given a challenge by Mother Parvati, right? Anyone knows the story? Please share. Ganesha and Subramanya. Mother Parvati had a fruit in her hand and she says, whoever goes around the world first will get this fruit.
Ganesha goes round first and he takes the fruit.
How does he go around first? What does Subramanya do?
Goes around his
Parents.
parents.
Tell Jay.
There is a competition. Who goes around the world first?
Correct.
They will get the first prize.
Correct.
That is the apple. Okay. Subramanya starts on his world tour, going around the whole globe, and it takes a long time to go around the globe.
On his peacock.
On a peacock, right? On a peacock. Nam Ganesha ili vahana, Mushika Vahanadalli shuru ಮಾಡಿ ಅವನು within, he says, my parents are my world. And he goes around his parents and reaches his goal very soon. So we should realize the Nishkam Karma path to the goal.
Yeah, this story very clearly indicates the two paths, Sankhya and Yoga. So most of us are like this Subramanya, who want to do things, we are doers, we want to do something. So Subramanya gets on his, he's a karma yogi, he gets on his peacock and he goes around the world, universe. Whereas the Ganesha represents the path of wisdom. He realizes there is no other world apart from my parents, Shiva and Shakti. So he goes around the Shiva and Shakti. Path of wisdom, path of yoga. So the path of yoga sounds very easy because we are doing karma all the time. But it's a long drawn out process. If you do only this path of karma, I'll do good service, I'll do service, I'll do service. I'm always doing, I have a lot of punya. Will that help? And in the long run, I mean, you'll feel nice, you'll feel good about it and all that. Will you get that fruit which the mother has? Unless it is tinged with knowledge, the path of karma is long drawn process. Isn't it? Yes or no? What do you think? So the jnana path is a faster path. Like if you want to bring down a big tree, there are two ways of doing it. You go on cutting the branches one by one, and chop. Long, sweaty process. But you drill a hole in the roots and let the roots dry, the tree will fall. That is the path of jnana. So these are the kind of subtle differences that jnana and karma have. But we have told any number of times, both are important, both are necessary. Okay. What else? Anyone wants to add anything to this? Today we have done one story and
Hello.
one. Tell.
What I understood is
Heli. Yeah.
Yoga and bhakti both correlated in the
Correct.
sense
Correct.
by following the knowledge, one will come to know how to sacrifice and also take the control of our
Yes.
senses. That
Correct.
is Indriya,
Correct.
our senses. Only when we are able to take the control of our senses,
Yes.
we can do our karma, as any type of karma,
Right.
with full knowledge
Yes.
and fulfillment.
Yes.
By that, we get our enlightenment.
Yes.
That's
Correct.
what I have understood.
Perfectly said. So first you get the theory and then you first get the technique of how to do things and then you do it. Perfect. That's how it is. Yes. Anybody else? Sumati, Sanvi, Anu, not Sanvi, Kamala. Vinaya, you came late. You were supposed to chant all the shlokas. Any doubts? Anyone? Yeah. Yes, Vinaya.
Sorry, ma'am. Actually, it's some throat infection.
No problem. Any doubts, anyone? Or you want to add something, or else we will close for the day and go with the. Now the introduction is done. We can move for 2 shlokas in the next class. Anything else you want to say, people? Sumati, helappa.
So I am not sure I understand fully, but when we are doing karmas, right? Last time we talked about the karma bandha versus bhoga bandha. That we talked about it.
Bhoga vasana, bandha vasana.
Bandha vasana, bhoga vasana and bandha vasana.
Correct.
So the karmas itself could also become an attachment, right? Like I'm used to doing something. So there we definitely have to have the jnana to come out of that. So that it has to go hand in hand.
Yes.
Like Nirmala ji pointed out before, I should have that jnana when to stop, when to drop. Where, like I have to have total awareness that I'm getting bound to this.
Yeah. Correct.
So, but the challenge is finding that correct when to stop, like that that right awareness. Am I getting lazy and stopping, or am I actually done with this? Have I fulfilled my duty? So that's where my confusion is. And also what is our bounden duty? Like I know, like when we hear the stories of great saints, they have dropped their familial duties. I mean, what we call duty as a mundane person, I call as duty. They have dropped it.
Dharma.
So when does that
that is this very beautiful point you have brought out. All this is addressed by Krishna. See, Arjuna, such a beautiful intellect he had. He has asked all these questions, and Krishna has answered all these questions have been answered. Specifically for your question, the answer is Swadharma, one's own inner inclination. Swadharma creams it, it takes the cake. You should act according to your Swadharma. And lots of things that Krishna says about dharma. What are the kinds of dharma? Depends on your varnashrama dharma, your status in life, your vritti dharma, so many things are there. It's a whole combination of stuff which propels you to take, like how the saints, they drop their families and go away. It's a whole combination of things. And a whole lot of janmas they have passed when they are done with this or something like that. So right now, where we are, I don't think we can drop anything at all. We need to pursue whatever is on our plate with complete sincerity, with the attitude of Karma Yoga. That's all we can do right now. And when to drop, Andyala, Sumati? Here and now we have to drop. What I should drop? I should drop doership. Don't drop the karma.
The ego.
Kartatva.
That's the only thing
Kartatva.
I can.
Kartatva, bhoktatva has to be dropped, not the karma at all.
Vairagya, replaced by Vairagya.
Vairagya.
Viveka.
Viveka, not Vairagya.
Yeah.
Do it with
Vairagya,
interest, enjoy it.
Very correct, very correct. Vairagya is a dispassion for the lower things. Vairagya is not dropping everything and going away. The dispassion for the lower because you have a taste for the higher, that is Vairagya. Shreyas versus Preyas, that is Vairagya. You always go on choosing the Shreyas, the one who takes you to the higher path, and drop the Preyas, which keeps you bored. Bandhavasana, more and more is the Preyas. So Shreyas and Preyas discrimination is called Viveka. That has to be deployed every moment in our lives. That's all. And Kartatva and Bhoktritva has to be dropped every moment, not when, here and now. That's all. At least knowing these things will help. No, whether I'm able to do it or not. The awareness of these things will slowly, we are watering the seed, man. It will sprout. No problem. Okay.
Bhoktatva is enjoyment. Bhoktatva, can you say 2 lines?
Not just enjoyment, it is experiencing, whether it's joy or sorrow. The experience of it, I claim I am experiencing. I am sad, I am happy, I am successful, I am a failure. That is called Bhoktritva. Whereas, when it is done with the spirit of Karma Yoga, I am not doing anything. Everything the Lord is, the Lord is doing through me. I am an instrument. See, we all know the BMI is an instrument. It is Jada without the Chetana. Without the Chetana flowing through it, it's an instrument only, no? Who is propelling the BMI instrument?
Atma.
Paramatma, Chaitanya.
Awareness, consciousness.
Satchit. Alva. Therefore, when you know very clearly that the BMI is an instrument, that's it. The instrument is doing its job. Where is I in the picture there? Who is the I who's claiming all this? That is the whole path of Jnana. Who is this I? Who am I? That is the whole path of a self-enquiry. Where is this I coming from? When it's just the body, mind, intellect doing all these things. And later in the thing, Krishna says, I am the one who is propelling everything. I am the one. Ham Vaishvanaro Bhutva, Apnarinam Dehamashitha. I am the fire which propel all the pranas, all the 5 pranas are propelled by me, my Agni, I am propelling all that within you, he says. All this is happening. Who is this claiming I am the Bhokta, I am the Karta, I am the Jnata, even that, I am the Jnata, I know. That's also stupid. We saw more of it in the coming classes. We'll close for the day.
The doctor performs the surgery. And the knife is dancing away to glory. I only did the operation.
Yes.
See, I cut so beautifully. Was it the knife which cut?
Yes. I'm also a knife who can talk, that's all. We all behave like that only. A little sophisticated knife who can walk and talk and claim doership. Yeah. All right. So we shall close for the day. We'll meet next week. And yeah, through the week, I will contact you all personally and we can do a little recording and get the presentation ready for Gita Jayanti. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Madam. Thank you, madam.
Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Please think of someone who needs your blessings very badly today, or else generally for the world. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Let us all say a prayer to Kamala. She is not well. She had an accident recently and she is badly hurt. She is here for the class, she is listening. So we'll all pray for Kamala's speedy recovery, and next class she is going to share her understanding of the Gita of the 3.3 at 3.9 with us. Kamala, you are going to be fine by next week. All of us are praying for Kamala today. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Get well soon, Kamala. Get well soon.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for the class.
Thank you, everybody. Amma, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.